Uh, Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second waited fabled part of the Chambers of Xeric. Boy, this was sure a big one to be coming now, wasn't it? Oh, it certainly is, and that. Although, I do have to point out something, and that, as far as the raid's concerned, I should actually say multiple raids and that, since I failed multiple times, and, well, no, I fucked up. Yeah, I'm just gonna say right here, for all my fuckery in the first raid, I got extremely lucky, as in, not only was there supposedly, based on what I've learned, you're supposed to face off against 4, bosses in that bunch of puzzle rooms as well, instead of 3, and that I got in the first raid. Also, devs, also new boss Tekton and that, who, oh boy, don't even get me started on him, but yeah, I managed to get all the way Great Olm in the first one when I wasn't even using the brews and that. This time I was, and I still fucked up. So that was that one. Tekton being a right bitch, because I've yet to learn that Eldermore strategy of to go hit, walk back, go back, then stay. There's a way of tech wave to be in the same time when he's about to attack, so he registers you, and then go back for a second time in 3 ticks to then hit him again with Eldermore and repeat that. That's the advanced strategy, but I'm wanting to use it because I got a fucking Eldermore. It's I may as well. Yeah, I know, but fuck me. Actually, fuck me. Also, yeah, this strategy. How to take care of Armadyl proper, and I'll be showing a few of those moments as well, but yeah, damn. Also, this Guardians and that, this is actually, I would say, probably one of the easiest ones, simply because all you need to do, you could do the extremely slow method where you wait until its health bar disappears, and then, kind of do with the Calphic Queen. That takes fucking ages, though. So you could do a slightly faster method where, protect melee and that, it doesn't hit you that often, if at all. All it does is maybe hit you a bit with melee and that, and a bit more of the boulder every now and then. That's really about it. Yeah, no, it's really fucking easy. Also, did I skip part? Yes, I did. Oh fuck, Vespula with fucking passion. Yeah, this abyssal mosquito. Oh my god, I fucking hate this piece of shit. It is obnoxious how difficult this boss is. It's to do it solo, at this point here, I'm essentially fucked. There's no way for me to actually beat this boss. I'm not. Essentially what you're meant to do, you're meant to go underneath it, and pray redemption, every few ticks and that, you heal up again with prayer, and, do all that, and, I think this is the first one there, and where I was trying to get it to work, and it didn't register so well, and it's, oh, this just is obnoxious. Yeah, I was trying to pull off, it's no, it's not happening. It's I can't seem to do Vespula for some reason, it's just fucking bullshit, but well, here's a puzzle room there. It's a bit nifty one, actually. This is, I think, the second type of this room, because the first one was just ridiculously long, it was embarrassing and that, but the second one was a lot smoother. This one's easier of the two, because all you need to do is just align with the colours, so the white one, you just hit with the normal white one. I think, what's that, yeah, the blue one you have to hit with the red one, so you hit melee with that. And then the pink one you do range, and the yellow one you do mage, hitting it and all. It's interesting, the timing in that, but certainly I will confess that once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. Technically again, it's honestly, I could have fucking bet him, and that, this is second one was the best shot I had him. And it's all I need to do is just learn the strategy a bit. Avoiding the little meteorite things is super easy. It's just this boss here is just so fucking retarded. It's of the 5 raids I did, 2 of them I managed to make the second floor. The Vespula fucked up the first one, and oh boy, I'm not even joking. I fucking love Vespula. If I ever do raids again, I'm checking the rotations and that to see if I can avoid it. All that bullshit. Also, extremely fast skill mystics and that, where essentially, if you hit them down like that, you can kind of block their damage, like protect melee magic, and they'll try and go melee, but if you're in the right position, they won't even damage you. Also, yeah, I think it was the 4th Tekton death. Oh, fuck. Alright, yeah, Vanguards. Oh, this is a fun one. I think this is the 5th final raid. And that. So essentially, my strategy with dealing with this, I tried going straight in and that, and I was doing way too much damage. So the alternative was to like kind of camp the corner here and then wait till the right one would come up and that, and then deal so much damage. Like, this is a thing, you've got to be very careful on that. You know, make sure you don't deal like an abnormal amount of damage. So the ones with the lower helpers you do not want to attack. It's the one with the higher ones. And that, you see, so that's why I didn't even bother attacking that one, because I was like, that's already kind of damaged. And that one, yep, attack that a good couple of times. And then this one I can go full on. Yeah. You see, that's the thing, the Vanguard is kind of intimidating until you know how to cheap skate them, and is he against not the fastest method, but certainly it's more manageable. That much I can certainly say. And you know, because I think if they go more than if one of them goes more than a third of the health of I think the highest in there or something, they just fucking heal and it's like to full and it's absolute garbage. And like, not even fucking joking, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, if you want to learn about the art of brewing and essentially like some bosses drop, mainly the mini bosses, you know, and then that's your key to getting the to getting the farm. If you guys come across a farming room and you plant the seeds in there with the tools you can get, let them grow up because it takes really quite long. It takes like 30 seconds at most, and then use the herbs, clean them up, and then you kill the scavenger beast for like the 3 secondary ingredients, and then you get Golpar, Butchu, and Noxfur. The first two essentially, Golpar is for the sort of attack, melee, range, and magic potions, and the other one. Butchu's for the Sail Room prayer pots. Noxifer's for to use overloads alongside with the 3 pots, like melee magic and fucking what's the other one? Range and that, but you know, I wouldn't even bother. And you know, I don't see the point of overloads personally. You know, it's just a slightly stronger, you know, all 3 in 1 in that, which takes a bunch of damage. So you know, like I don't know. It's like, holy shit. See, that's why I think you have to kind of like hit it, then go out, then heal, then go back in, and then go out and, you know, rinse and repeat. And yeah, it's just fucking hell. The strategy is just so bullshit. Again, like, if I'm ever doing raids again, no, Vespula, I cannot be on that. Like, yeah, this is it here essentially. You know, I think I must have been on the first rotation starting with I think Shamans and that, going Armadyl, then Vanguards, and finally Vespula, which if I'd beat I could have got, but nah, fucking atrocious. It disappoints me I wasn't able to get to Great Olm this time, but I mean that's to be expected. So yep, reading the books. So yeah, overall my experience with Chambers of Xeric was a fucking AIDS, but I mean, what can you say? You know, also just a quick thing to know before I start getting into like other topics and that. Yeah, you know that little bank spot? I'll show you this one here. Yeah, it's funny to think I was right at that spot, and then about I think sometime between the midnight of Wednesday, the 25th, and to some point early morning, you know, on the day I did the raid and that on the Thursday. And yeah, indeed, the legend himself, Wooks, appeared with alongside some other fellow, and you know, an apparent meme, and you know, me or this versus what was it? You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about kind of meme with regards to you know, case accused. I did this on the day where the now like I wouldn't say notorious, but certainly had a bit of infamy going for at the time. The Fremenic sequel has now finally been released in the form of Fremenic Exiles. Apparently what I've been hearing is that it's actually a relatively short quest and not very challenging one, so much so to the point it actually makes Fremenic Isles the prequel harder, which is surprising. I would have thought it'd be maybe short, but fairly challenging, because that's what seems to be it. It's like they don't want to invest in long quests now, but usually they make up for it for the quests being quite challenging. So I would have thought that would have been it, you know, have a bit of a gap in that. Yeah, the boss is going to be fucking tough, or at least mechanically tough, and that kind of like with Zora, where it's hard till it's not, and then it's easy, kind of thing, you know. But I digress. So I suppose I may as well commence with all these topics that I know that I will not be able to get through in time, but I may as well give it a good bash, and that is so. Starting off, well, yeah, let's get back to the new Last Man Standing now, why don't we? Yes. So, apparently, on the day of it happening, like, there was a bug on that where essentially people who boosted or did some of their stats and that essentially kept the buff and that once they left and that, and this kind of made certain skills and like the achievement diaries a bit easy, and I don't know how the fuck, like, I would have thought, I think all the non-combat skills get lowered to 1 and maybe agility gets raised until like maybe 70 or 80, but apparently that was enough to make some achievement diaries quite easy, and not getting those pesky achievement diaries that people can't be fucked with. I mean, you know me personally, Runecraft is always a bitch and that, but yeah, no, agility's never been one that's been an issue for me, but well, I suppose we'll talk about that in just a moment, but anywho, yeah. So essentially that was just a bug that lasted maybe 6-7 hours at most. Got patched, some people got their achievement diaries reversed and temp banned. Yeah, not one of the most devastating bugs, but it could have had the potential to really fuck things up, and that, again, had they not hot-fixed it, but oh well. I suppose it's not oh fuck. I suppose it's not really as bad as that Twisted Bush shenanigans, like East of the Farming Guild and all, but anyway. Alright, well, why don't we get right back to the Last One Standing yet again, yeah. Alright, so again with Last One Standing, yeah, this is something that's been interesting because, you know, people have been speculating in regards to Castle Wars and many games like Trouble Brewing and all that just being dead, and saying, well, I would play more of it if I got rewarded for my time, i.e. with money, you know, like, and it's an interesting argument because I've always been under I've always been under the belief that if you have something worthwhile going towards but it's untradeable, it makes it so you have to bust your ass for it, but obviously that only lasts for so long. So something that's like, you get some money for it but it's not too overpowered, well, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Because what is not too overpowered? You know, I think the primary issue with regards to Last Man Standing is that, yeah, essentially it's a PvP, it's not PvM and that, so it's kind of like, you know what Barbarian Assault, it's not like you can tell the Barbarian Queen and her minions to just not fight you and make it easy for you to kill them, that. It doesn't quite work like that, you know, but with PvP in Last Man Standing, well, yeah, it kind of does work like that, you know. Like, after the first week or two, when it's, well, surprisingly, well, it's not, it's just unsurprisingly, started dying down, essentially what happened was bots started to take over and that, like, I'm talking about like well over half of the matches had like about 78% bots, and essentially, I mean, these are people that weren't really, if you went up against them, they'd have some, we'll say, a bit overpowered, how we say it, third-party plugins in the form of instant prayer switches. Like, you equip a melee one, the second you switch it, it goes to melee. Switch the staff, second does it, magic. Same with the bow and that, go on the range. And essentially, what ended up happening, like, it's not actually that bad, and that because either one, you could freeze them, then like use the weapons out of the range, or you could equip say range armored and a mage weapon, because then they'll always use range for some reason, and that protect range and hit them with the staff, because they're protecting magic. The staff still does melee damage, although I don't know if that's more effective than just trying to hit through their protection anyway. It might be, but I mean, who the fuck knows. But yeah, so essentially they ended up not long after putting in a fix where you have to be at least a stat low of 150 in order to get, but that doesn't seem to have done much in that in the weeks that followed. So this was back, I think, earlier last month and that, like, yeah, I'm way behind with the news and that. But yeah, it seems to be that it hasn't done much, and I reckon that probably they'll end up patching in, so it's then 350. Or, what it could do is, if you're not 350, you can still play it, but you won't get any points for it. Although that could still be a bit controversial in itself, and I don't know if that'll actually do anything, but, I mean, you never know, so, there's that. So, next topic is, oh yeah, there's a controversial little update they're trying to put forward, a new welcoming screen. You know how like it has that black thing, like you see the bottom bar, like the two icons saying what the news is about, and just use your login time, the, you know, members, days left, and you know, messages and all that kind of screen. Yeah, they want to try and change it, make it more modern, shall we say. And people instantly thought of RuneScape 3, and I can't blame them for thinking that would be a travesty. So naturally, that got scrapped quite quickly. Yeah, I can't blame them for wanting to try and change things, but it's like, sometimes, just because you can, you know, sometimes you just think to yourself if you even should. And that's, you know, it's like, if something works so well, does it really want to change? Like, that's why I feel like you should focus your attention on things that do need changing or do need looking at, instead of just saying, oh, this thing's not been changed like 5+ years. Let's fuck about and try something different. It's like, yeah, that strategy doesn't really work in that. I mean, it's only really good if it's not great, like, good enough to be alright, but bad enough that it's not, oh, this is like, or nostalgic, you know. That's another thing entirely, and that something could be not great, but if it's like really iconic, you know, a la the, what's the fucking underground pass and that. Yeah, best not to touch that, because if you start fucking with old things like that, people get very nervous for things like that. I can see why, but anyway. Oh, alright, this is a good one to finish on, and that for I have a little outro here. Yeah, the player house owned board implementation, yes. Now, I'll tell you a little tale about these folks, the player owned hosts and that. One of them actually have came across in that. I've just for things, Aphil and that. Yeah. I've remembered for years now, apparently, like, player-owned house hosts and that has been very big business, to the point where it's kind of encouraged what I could only really describe as being almost mafia-like, in the sense that, you know, there's a lot of, like, dirty business going on with other hosts and that, like, you know, the whole, what is it, you know how they get all friendly to you and that, you know, that's fake because they want you to donate, you know, you get that one person asking them, you know, like, oh, how much money you been making, you know, and they say, oh, not much, you know, just doing, you know, that kind of thing. What have I told you? That's always set up there to ask every now and then to kind of, because it's like, it's one thing, and this is an interesting psychological thing, right, where if you say, oh, I'm not making much money yourself, like you're pointing out, people can associate you like you're trying intentionally to do it, but if somebody asks you and then you respond, then suddenly it's a bit, there's a bit of psychological trickery going on, because then it's like, oh, that it must be nice. Like, there's a weird thing with that, but that's the point. That is the point, to make you like gullible into like donating, and then there's a whole fucking dirty business in regards to like them like send spies over there to like discredit, or you know, make it pay nice to like, you know, be there, you know, get away from the drama and all. You know, and like other things like mass reporting and fucking hell, it's like there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in the back, and this kind of was unravelled once this player-owned board was implemented, because essentially this made it so, you know, the spammers out the front were no longer needed, and probably would be punished in that as a result, and that, because it's not like, oh, they're the only way you can find out like which clans are hosts are actually hosting. You know, the player-owned board does that for you, and it's actually quite well implemented, like, in terms of the level, what they have, like the altars, the lecterns, portals, you know, actually really impressive stuff in that. And, yeah, it's actually really nice, but the hosts, like, I feel, they were not fucking happy about it. They made a bit of a riot in Reddit and all, but let's just say they didn't get their way, and essentially they've kind of, shall we say, expose themselves to being quite greedy. So yeah, let's just say that's an end of their chapter, and it may very well be this could be my ticket to actually getting back into the hosting business and that. I still don't know how it'll work. I'll need to see, like, when I go back next time for prayer training, and just see, has it gotten any better, you know, like, I mean, by that point I'll be at least a good 2 months, maybe 3 months in, since that plural mod's been implemented, so maybe you'll see something entirely different, possibly. Who the fuck knows? But, alright, so I suppose that shall probably be that. I'll just make a little edit here. Yep. Alright, so still got plenty to go through, but I could save that for the next video on that, which, oh boy, fuck me. Just to thinking there. Yeah, you know, the whole fancy stats and all, and man, you probably know what I'm leading up to, you know, because currently I'm skilling at the moment, and I've been pretty much doing it the whole bond, and I've made fuck all money. I've actually lost money, and like spending several mil on the Crystal Nexus, several more on an ornament kit that I'm going to show off next time, and a bit more on raids, which, you know, didn't amount to anything, but yeah, so I think I'm probably safe to say I'm not getting the arcane one, but alas, yep, there we go with that. And we're now here with this. Yep, 1998. Oh boy, it's been a long time coming, this, eh? Also, yeah, Darren of Prime just chilling out on the roof of one of the Relica rooftops, eh? Bloody hell. Ah, yes. And look at that, eh? 1999. One level off. Also, Lava Maze. Too fucking bad I've not got the Wildy Hard diary done, but maybe this now might be a good time to do it. Possibly, but I mean, who the fuck knows. So, yeah, essentially the plan is that I'm planning to get that to just short of 83, and then I'll pretty much leave that till the last day or second day of the bond, and yeah, pretty much have that sorted. Boy. You know, I'm just thinking here as well, when I get to 2000, I'll finally see that, you know, it's actually funny as well, hold on, I'll check. Yeah, I'm on the famous World 373. See if I can even find it here. I'll just check. Yep, 373, and yet it's amongst the most populated worlds now. It never used to be like that. It used to be 1250 was kind of populated, not much different. 15 was a bit less common. Then 750 was the worlds that started out to be decently low population. That's no longer so much the case. It's now like in amongst the 12 and 50s now. It's like there's no difference. You only start getting a difference in that when you get to the 2000s. So that would be 349. That would be the world I'd be then sticking on, you know. And even it's not much smaller, but, you know, a 2000 world is indeed a 2000 world. Yeah, there's a fucking Australian one as well, but fat fucking chance of me being on there, but I mean, you never know. But alright, I suppose I'll get back to it. Training to see how I get on with this, and after that I'll do some quests, a couple of days of Ziliana, 3 days of Zora, and then, well, the video. But yep, till then folks, till then.